is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Weapon Collective. My name's Jeff, and today is a fantastic day because we are out on the range, live fire with some really fun guns. And I don't know if you saw my last video, which was the Staccato video, but we're taking the majority of those guns out on the range today, and we're going to test them, put them through the paces. So let me show you what I have. We have a stock Staccato XC. This is a 5-inch barrel with the compensator. And then we have a Staccato XC from Vulcan Machine Works. Not a lot of modifications have been made to this, except it is significantly heavier because of the metal grip. Then we have a Staccato P from Monsoon Tactical with the Lucky 7 barrel porting. This is a 4.4-inch barrel. Then we have another Staccato P from Monsoon Tactical, except this one has the Genghis Comp, the chunk port. We have a Staccato P from Vulcan Machine Works with their version of barrel porting, which is the Ignis port. Little larger but fewer holes. We have a Staccato P. This is the newest gun. This is the Staccato P from Monsoon Tactical with their newest kind of hybrid system, which is a combination of the Lucky 7, but you have 3 ports and the Genghis Comp. So the Grandmaster Genghis Comp, I'm very excited about shooting this. And then we have a Staccato P Heritage Edition, so it's a 4.15-inch barrel, but it does have the Lucky 7 barrel porting. And then lastly, we have the Staccato XL, which is the 5.4-inch barrel from Vulcan Machine Works with their Ignis porting. And we're gonna put these guys through the paces, really try to find out what shoots best. What porting, compensated, hybrid system. So let's get out on the range and see what happens with these guns. Okay, so we're gonna start on the Texas Star at 10 yards, and I am going to start with kind of the baseline of just a stock Staccato XC. Once again, it is a 5-inch barrel, compensator milled into the barrel. This is kind of out-of-the-box Staccato's flagship. So we'll just start on this Texas Star. So that was a 4.72. I mean, it felt good. It's a Staccato XC, so that's the baseline, 4.72, and we'll go from there and see how the others perform. And it's an XC, it feels great. So it'll be interesting to compare those other guns and really see what the porting versus the compensator does. But that's the Texas Star. Okay, so moving on from the Texas Star, we're gonna do a bill drill. For those that aren't familiar, 7 yards, 6 shots as fast as I can to the A zone. So that was 2.15. That's, you want under 2, but they're all hits. One almost a, no. I got a Charlie right there. I hit that first one and didn't think it fell, so I went back for it. So that was slow, but 4.45. But felt good, and really I'm not gonna have a lot to say until I get to the other guns. Okay, we're moving on from the stock Staccato XC, and we are going to the Vulcan Machine Works XC. 5-inch barrel, same compensator. This one does have a red dirt trigger in it, and they delete the grip safety, which I love, and then it does have this heavy metal grip on it, which I really like as well. So we'll see if it's a noticeable difference. So that's a 4.06, definitely faster. Felt good. I think that weight just keeps that thing nice and flat. I'm gonna say, so far, this is the gun. .226, still slow, but That one, got hits. So slowed it down to make sure I got hits, but definitely got to speed that up. But still, this gun feels better, just flatter, easier to get follow-up shots on with the dot than the stock XC. And I just attribute that all to the weight. It does have that red dirt trigger. I'm not noticing a big difference with that, but who knows? I think it's mainly the weight, personally. .358. So that was definitely faster. For the camera, we can just, yeah, once again, same thing, just the weight of the gun. I'm going to attribute that to. All right, so now we're moving on to the Monsoon Tactical Staccato P Heritage Edition. So we're kind of going from the 5-inch down to the 4.15-inch Staccato P. Because the normal P is 4.4-inch barrel. This is a 4.15 with the Lucky 7 barrel porting. So interested to see the difference because we're going to a much lighter, shorter gun and probably a little snappier. So let's see what this does. Okay, that one definitely felt not nearly as fast and controllable. I will say that. The muzzle flip is, I love the Lucky 7s. It is something it's probably my favorite going into this exercise. I would say Lucky 7s are my favorite, but this little shorter barrel and lightweight gun is noticeably harder to shoot. Compared to those 5-inch XCs, it's just a different animal. .254, so, oh, whoa, those are all low. Well, this counts as A, right? So 1. So I missed 1. This is the A zone. But definitely slower. So that was a 4.23. I just feel like I have to slow it down on this gun. But I really do like the Lucky 7s, but I think on the lighter, shorter barrel gun, just obviously can't shoot it as fast. Okay, moving on to the next gun, which is, this is the Staccato P from Monsoon Tactical. So it also has the Lucky 7 barrel porting, similar to the last gun we just shot, except 4.4-inch barrel as opposed to the 4.15. I'm assuming that it's going to shoot a hair better. Yeah, that's a 5.55. So that, I think a lot of that is that I'm getting so much glare in this big, huge window that it's hard to see that dot. But it shoots better, I would say, than the Heritage. But still, those XCs are going to kick this thing's butt any day. .252. Another Charlie. Same thing with that gun. All left except one, or all in except one left. Yeah, 4.59. I had to hit it the top of that or higher. So, yeah, this one is similar to the 4.15-inch Heritage. It's, not a lot to say about it. I don't shoot it great, I would say. Shoot the XCs better. Interested to get into the Genghis Comp is what I'm most interested to see. Okay, we're moving on to the next gun, which is another Staccato P from Monsoon Tactical, except this one has the the chunk port, which is their Genghis Comp instead of the Lucky 7s. And this is actually the very first gun I sent to Monsoon. Got this. Subsequent gun, I got the Lucky 7s, and I've been convinced that I like the Lucky 7s more. But I'm excited to really see, because I don't think I've ever like really taken these out and shot them back to back and compared these things. So I'm interested to see how this performs. Missed one, 505. That was me, that was not the gun. The gun felt good, so I'm interested on these next ones. $234. Oh, I yanked one. I'm always yanking one. The gun feels good though. I like the, I might be changing my mind, which I'm on the fence now, Lucky 7s or Genghis Comp. $396. So that was actually the best plate rack today, which still isn't great, but this thing, I might be getting sold on the Genghis Comp. I like that. Okay, moving on to a Vulcan Machine Works gun. So this is the Staccato P 4.4 inch, except these have the Ignis port from Vulcan. And this gun, I don't shoot that often because it's just the fancy gun. Black gold looks like this more of a safe queen, but I do love the Ignis ports on my other gun. So let's see how this guy stacks up to the other Ps. .458, not that fast, but this, I like how that feels. The Ignis port is awesome. I dig it. $239. I think these are all in though. Yeah. So I like how this thing shoots. These Vulcan guns, they're heavy, and then with those ports combined with the weight and the porting, it's beautiful. $377. So I think a lot of this just has to do with shooting more too. So it's hard to make that comparison, but this gun does shoot really nice. The Vulcans are chef's kiss to Vulcans. Okay, we have arrived at one I'm really excited about. This is the Staccato P from Monsoon Tactical with the Grandmaster Genghis Comp. So I've zeroed this gun and that's it. So I haven't shot it at speed or really tested accuracy with it. So I'm interested to see how it stacks up to the Genghis Comp and the Lucky 7s. Because it is basically a hybrid of the two. So let's see how this thing goes. That's got to be the fastest, yeah, 382. That one felt fantastic. So, I mean, it's weird because all of these we're comparing guns, but at the same time, each gun has a different optic on it. And so there's a lot of variables going into it. But I will say, this thing shoots phenomenally well. That Grandmaster Genghis Comp is really, really soft, flat, and just easy to shoot. I like it. 219. So similar times, but that one felt better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all in. Ooh, 324. So that first one took a little bit to fall. I thought I missed it for a second, but yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Grandmaster Genghis Comp is a fantastic porting comp hybrid. I love it. So the more I shoot this gun, and I'm gonna be shooting it a lot more, I think it's only gonna get better. So I'm stoked on that right now. Now let's do the last one. Okay, and the last gun we're gonna do is the Staccato XL from Vulcan Machine Works. So it does have the Ignis port, the metal grip, the grip safety deleted, and I love this gun. So it'll be very interesting to see how I shoot this compared to that Grandmaster Genghis Comp, because I really like that. But we have history, me and this girl right here. So let's see. Four even. Genghis Comp wins the day on the Texas Star. .203. Four, five, maybe another one in there. It's got to be another one right in there. So there's none out. Yeah. So that's the best gun on the bill drill. Well, didn't do well with that. Sometimes you try too hard. But I'm kind of happy that the Genghis Comp was the fastest one today. It felt the best, newest gun. I'm stoked. So let's see if we can get some slow-mo recoil. Okay, now we're just gonna try to take a look as good as possible. Get it in slow-mo, shoot off this barrel, try to keep as much of the variables the same and consistent throughout, and really see if we have a noticeable muzzle rise difference with the different guns, with the different porting compensators and the like. So we'll see. It's as close as we can get to actual science. Let's take a look at that.
I am a megalodon, oceans feeling like a pond, swimming like a beast underneath, they be clinging on. Meteoric rise in prehistoric times, now that meteor is coming. I am Megatron, cogs I'm stepping on, then the little cogs got together, started renaissance. Switch it up on me, fuel efficiency, on fumes I am running. Up and down, they're nodding, heads are moving up and down, you got it. Everybody up and down, they're nodding, heads are moving up and down, you got it. Everybody stand in line, one by one, take a hit, join the club. Can't you try to take my vibes, or am I on the outside? I'm on the outside in the summer heat. You can pay the cover charge, I'm in the street. Little did they know that they can't touch me. I'm vibing. I'm on the outside in the summer heat. You can pay the cover charge, I'm in the street. Little did they know that they can't touch me. I'm vibing.
Okay, welcome back to the Gat Cave. After the footage you just watched, it has been a week and some change, which is nice because it gave me time to digest the information that I gathered out there, putting all of these staccatos up against one another. And I will have to say, when it's all said and done, this was the winner. This is the Staccato P from Monsoon Tactical with the Grandmaster Genghis Comp, which, if you don't remember, it is the hybrid of the Genghis Comp, the chunk port, and the 3 barrel ports. Now, that being said, I did want to put a little caveat in there because I started this exercise cold, and so it's not an exact scientific measurement, of course. What took place is I started shooting with one gun and just went right through the same drills with all the guns, as you saw. So I did warm up shooting as we went along, but I'm still going to say this gun, the Staccato P from Monsoon, I'm going to declare him the winner. And I would say the gun that probably, I'm not going to call it the loser, but performed least well for me or had the most difficulty shooting is going to be the Staccato P Heritage. And this one has the Lucky 7 barrel porting from Monsoon Tactical. And I'm not going to say that's a huge surprise. It does have the shortest barrel, but that's not significant. And other than that, they all came in fairly close, like you'll see in the recoil test that we did. And one little other caveat is I'm not a professional. This is all just my opinion. I don't want to give the impression that this was some scientific experiment that took place. This was my experience with shooting these guns on a given day. And I don't know about you, but there's days that I shoot better than others, and this was kind of a mediocre day, I would say. But the clear winner was that one. And then some surprises for me, I would say, were I went into this totally being sold that I preferred the Lucky 7 barrel porting over the Genghis Comp. So this gun, Staccato P with just the 7 ports from Monsoon Tactical, I thought I for sure preferred that over the Genghis Comp, which is just the single chunk port on the same Staccato P. After shooting them back to back and going through those drills, now I'm on the fence. I'm a little undecided on that. That gun shot well. The Genghis Comp shot well. I enjoyed it better than I remembered. So I don't know if that's the gun or if it's me, my interpretation of it. So this didn't answer every question. It kind of left me with some more questions in some areas. But all said and done, it was a very cool experiment to do. And I'm not surprised with some of these guns, the XC, that of course is a fantastic gun. These are all great guns. They all shot very well. I would just say that the shortest barrel probably had the most difficulty for me. That being said, going from gun to gun, it's almost impossible to keep things consistent as far as conditions go, variables. So I'm switching optics, and one thing I did notice is shooting this gun, which has a Holosun 507 comp on it, which has an absolutely huge window. I was having a lot of difficulty getting glare from where we positioned the targets. Sun directly behind them. I would bring this up and just catch so much glare. And so I went into this thinking I was testing guns, and in fact, I also did a little bit of optic testing in there as well for me, which makes me want to get out and do a more direct optic comparison, because that is something I've ran into in the past, but this day was particularly bad with this optic. Now, most of the other guns are set up similar SRO or Aimpoint Acro P2s, so it was fairly consistent going through that. And we did get into a portion where we attempted to do as much science as we had on hand at the time and do some recoil tests shooting in slow motion. And of course, those variables can't keep everything the same there either, but that was a little bit surprising when we reviewed the footage. Now, the clear loser in that was this gun that I just talked about with just the Genghis Comp. This had the most recoil. I didn't have the gun in the exact place every time, and a lot of variables that we didn't account for. But just in the basic test that we did do, this gun performed the worst as far as barrel flip. And not surprising, the Staccato XL from Vulcan Machine Works did the best. And this has the longest barrel with Vulcan Machine Works Ignis ports. And I've always known this gun to be one of my best shooting guns. Although on the day that we filmed this, I did not shoot well with this gun. So of all the stuff that we did this day, the biggest variable that's hard to control for is myself. Is just me going in gun to gun, trigger pull, grip, all of those things, which I can't keep consistent. It does make me want to do some more testing. Comped guns versus comped guns, ported guns versus ported guns, and stock guns versus stock guns, and see what that outcome is. I think that would be very interesting. Stay tuned for those. Those will inevitably be made. And I just had such a blast getting out there, putting these guns up against each other, because usually what I do is take one to the range and then it sits in the safe for an extended period of time before I shoot it, kind of rotating through these things. And getting them all out on the same day was awesome. Very glad. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, it is mostly just all my opinion, but for entertainment purposes, I'm trying to pass along this information to you guys. So please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm Jeff for the Weapon Collective, reminding you, keep your weapons collected and keep collecting your weapons. I'll catch you next time.